everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. David, please.
Merry Christmas, Mike.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
So, I could start with, before we get the COVID update, were you watching the game last night when you clinched? And I know you're pointing toward more than just clinching, but just talk about checking that box off before you even go with 3 games left in the regular season.
I definitely had the game on, but frankly, I think with way this lines up for us playing Sunday night football against a division rival in Washington and playing for the division title. That's really where our focus is. We had confidence that this would we'd check this box, but this is about winning the division outright and staying in the hunt for a higher seed. So that's where our focus is. And as far as COVID, I have nothing to update today, and the players actually don't get here. They'll be arriving between 11 and 11:30 because our mock game starts at noon today.
Mike, the fact if you clinch and going forward, how would that impact your what you do with your injured guys? How much you might play them in the last couple of games? Or does it have any impact at all?
I don't think it's going to impact anything, frankly. That's what I anticipate, but I've done it both ways, and neither one of them worked out. I've been 15-1 and rested people, and then lost the playoff game after that, and I've also played them last week and against the same opponent in 2009, and we lost the playoff game there too. So I've done it both ways. I think like anything, you rely on your own experiences, but it's every year is different. The landscape of each team you coach is different. So we'll answer those questions week to week, or most importantly when we get there.
So Tristan Hill is not back?
Tristan Hill is not back today, correct.
Mike, with where you are with the seeding too, don't you just assume these next 2 weeks are going to have pretty significant seeding implications, and you really don't look at a rest scenario until that final game?
Well said, David. Let's go with that. You said it better than I did. Excellent. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
You said Tyron Smith would do a little bit more work yesterday. How did he handle that, and where is he looking today?
I can't really give you an update. Like I said, the players, I have not seen Tyron this morning. I know a couple of the IR guys were in for treatments, but as the players come in between 11 and 11:30 to get ready for practice, we'll get that information. Rich, you want to give an update later or something? Or, yeah, Rich will give you an update.
Amari was talking yesterday about being frustrated with some of his opportunities or lack thereof. Dak was saying you'd rather have that than guys who aren't hungry to get the ball. But what's the key to keeping everyone happy on this offense, especially when there's less production?
Well, I think like anything, everybody's committed to the final result. How you get there, it's always the fun part of the challenge, particularly when you have a number of guys that can contribute and want to contribute. So I just think that's all part of it. I think the big picture focus, complementary football is the goal, and we all understand it takes all 3 phases. And I think the fact that all 3 phases have shown ability to be the lead dog, based on the week and based on the competition, hopefully will benefit us moving forward. So, I think like anything, we all have to answer questions. And I have no issue with guys wanting to do more. I think that's definitely what you're looking for, and I think that's just part of handling success in these particular moments that you have in this type of a season.
How's Donovan Wilson looked in practice, and have you seen what you hope to see on Thursday's practice to feel comfortable with him potentially being active on Sunday?
I thought Dono had a really good day yesterday. One thing about Donovan is when he's out there, you feel him, his energy, and just his play style it's infectious. So really want to see how he does today. But I thought he put Wednesday was more of a glorified jog through. But the padded practice yesterday, he did exactly what we needed to see. So felt really good walking off the field yesterday about Dono.
Mike, when you're looking at where you need and want some improvement on the offensive side of the ball now, where does closing out these games in the fourth quarter offensively rank for you?
I think the most important thing for us offensively to hit the targets and particularly the objectives that we have each and every week. We have run game objectives, we have protection objectives, we have pass game objectives. And as long as we continue to hit those for that particular week. I mean, I know statistics are part of this. I think just like anything in this game, you're usually closer than you think you are, and you're usually not as far as you think you are. And I think that's a pretty good illustration about our offense. So the fact that we've put up numbers, the fact that where our numbers are, I think you just really got to stay in tune with the basics. That's controlling the line of scrimmage, keeping the quarterback clean, make sure you're maximizing your run game efforts, and more importantly, make sure you're getting that ball distributed, 55 plus times a game. So I don't think we're very far off where we need to be.
With COVID spreading across the league, in a sense,
Yes.
when players come into the facility, are you a little anxious just every day now because you want to make sure guys are ready to go? Or are you anxious because someone might test positive, more so than ever before?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a focus. Yeah, and I mean, anxious would probably be a pretty good word to describe that. I think Jim Maurer does an outstanding job. I mean, there's communication constant. Obviously there's, it's this time of year where other things go around, strep throat and things like that. So, sorting through exactly, what players are dealing with or, what they're dealing with at home. And, to me, that's really, part of the, our climate last year and this year. And obviously this year's having the experience of last year has definitely been beneficial. So I feel like we have a really good process in place. Our players are doing an excellent job of testing with family and friends. That's really picked up the last 3 or 4 weeks. So, we can just only control what we can control, and that's really keeping our environment professionally here as safe as possible. And I think our staff, our football operations staff, has done a very good job of that. And our players are doing the best they can, and our coaches and support staff are doing the best they can to keep their home space, as safe as possible. So, as we continue to do that, we'll work through it. I'm thankful for, this, the roster, layup with, the practice squad members and so forth. So, we'll just continue to get everybody, ready today and tomorrow, and make sure we have our 48 set for Sunday night.
Mike, what's DeMarcus Lawrence's foot?
I'm sorry?
DeMarcus Lawrence's foot, DeMarcus Lawrence with his foot issue, is it something new, or is he being limited just because of having the injury earlier in the season?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I think anytime you have an 8-10 week injury, type of injury, I mean, there's going to be some, times that you may not feel exactly like you want it to feel. So I think anytime, a player comes back, throughout that first year, and particularly major joint injuries and things like that, this is part of the return. But, he's communicated nothing but, he'll be ready to go. I don't see this as an issue for, play time or anything come Sunday night. But yeah, I think anytime a player comes back, you just got to be smart, especially this time of year.
Are you in a spot, Mike, where you still need the 4 running backs, and how's Ito picked things up on the practice squad the last 3 weeks or a month, however long he's been here?
Ito's doing a good job. He feels comfortable. I think he's done a good job picking up the language and so forth. I think, things come pretty natural to him. So, really the thing we didn't know enough about him was on special teams. I know John and Matt both feel really good about his participation so far in practice, but he's doing a nice job.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, happy holidays. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks, Mike. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Wait, where's Clarence at? Was he there today?
Yeah, sir.